Hello and welcome to another edition of Father and Son Gaming. We're very excited today because we're happy to bring you Jurassic World Evolution. It just got released today. We're very excited about showing you this new game. And Alex is going to run you through about an hour at least of gameplay today. And we're going to continue this series over the next couple weeks. So let's start with a new game.
Okay, so we had this game for a while, waiting for it to come out. It just came out today.
Hello. May I say welcome? My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5. Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should, because diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
I'm Cabot Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond Creation Lab.
Telling people what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
We've already started on an enclosure for you. You should just attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs. Ah, just kidding. Let's focus on what you're here to do, which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the 5 Deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here. You'll need to connect it to the pre-existing network of paths in the power grid.
Okay, so we have to build a path. Sorry we haven't been streaming a lot lately, or I
Now
haven't,
comes the real test,
I've been a little
incubating
sick
a dinosaur.
lately,
You'll start with a Struthiomimus.
so
Select the creation lab
maybe
and
this
pick a
server's
hatchery bay.
going good enough to
There's
make
enough
stream
genome
on
data
this
for your
game
first
today.
viable dinosaur.
I've been waiting for this game for a long time. And as you can see, we have 4 things we can make on this island. Triceratops, Enonosauruses, Ceratosauruses, and Struthiomimus, which we are going to be making right now.
The machinations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a
They
next.
only make females.
Only females.
Yeah, that way they don't have to deal with birth control. And there's another thing that can happen. Incubations can fail. Or basically you just wasted money. So I'm gonna make another one in the meantime. I'm gonna release this guy. The graphics are
Life.
incredibly good.
It begins. The most precious moment, the result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors, genetic mutations and unknowable combinations, chaos, all leading to a living, breathing, thinking being, an entity, distinct and unique, and now we, you,
Yes,
just
there's a little
manufacture them. So,
what I'm
well done,
going to do is
I guess.
I'm gonna go to
Hammond Foundation has 3 main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team. Choose one of their contracts. It'll help you develop your facility.
What do you think I should go
So
for?
what's happening here, Alex? Tell everybody why.
I have to choose a contract. After this contract, you can undertake more work for any division. Request additional contracts from the control room. I'm gonna do security.
This is Lambert, head of security.
Yours, theirs, and mine. Welcome to the islands. So here's our basic conundrum. We want to keep our animals under control while simultaneously encouraging instinctive behaviors, because these animals have potential as combatants. Look,
So right now,
everyone's fear object, myself included, is to have these animals running free and loose in the park.
build.
But we can't exploit them globally without taking some chances.
Okay, so we have to go to the next
Contracts
division.
can be requested from the division heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park.
I'm hitting X to turn.
So, one more thing. Your reputation. Your rep, quote unquote. Keep an eye on it, okay? If you have a solid reputation with a division, you're more likely to benefit from them. Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally.
Okay. So I have to
Well
go to-
done. And you'll notice absolutely no hint of sarcasm. Unless you listen real closely. So, what I meant to say is that completing that contract has raised your standing, your reputation, if you will, with the security division. This means they'll be willing to give you more difficult missions.
Okay.
Lambert here. I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over, then let me know if you're interested.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Glad to have you on board.
I have to.
As you can
see
imagine,
in the bottom
the
right,
animals
I
in the
have to
various
mark
facilities are
50%
constantly
of
probing
genomes
for weaknesses in our
for
security
sources.
systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
I've got to give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
Okay. So view expedition.
I'm gonna need you to extract enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
Okay.
Good. Your first expedition team is out. They'll bring back what they find to the fossil center for extraction.
Feel the ground herbivore. Plates.
Your job is simple, really. Create dinosaurs which attract visitors to your facilities, brings in capital, money, huh? Which means you can do more research to build better facilities and create more dinosaurs. And there you go. A circle of life, development and resources, nature and commerce. See? Simple.
Okay. So right now I am going to.
The Fossil Center lets you extract DNA from fossils and amber in order to create new dinosaur genomes. Exciting!
Okay, so I'm gonna give you So my goal is to have carnivores in one spot and herbivores in a different spot. Okay. So I'm gonna view fossils. Let's see what we have. Quality, good amount, Tyrannosaurus, good, 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 okay. So now I'm doing research for Tyrannosaurus. Okay, so right now, I'm gonna go to ranger station. Okay. Now that that is done, one most important thing that they could have used to fix and avoid what happened in the movies is more security. They should have focused a little less on entertainment and more on security. So it's under construction.
You should extract genomes from fossils that have been collected inside your fossil center. That will increase the amount of viable data you have to create dinosaurs.
Okay. I can extract DNA from those. Oh, I can get this for 100. Sell this for 100,000. It's actually really good. Okay. So we should be getting more people soon once I get better stuff. Incubate. Okay. Let's go to Fossil Center. Okay. So these controls are a little weird, so we'll take a bit of getting used to. Okay. I don't know why I'm not able to make them. I'm almost there. Okay, expedition map. Partly depleted. Okay, so I'm gonna do that one. It's a little expensive. That's the best one. So it has one of each things that I need. Whoa. That was interesting. Oh wow. I don't know what I just went into. Okay, this should fix it.
Okay, next you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond Creation Laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
Okay. Operations. Okay, so I have a ranger station. Now I need an ACU thing. Okay, so I'm going to follow like
It looks like you've run out of power. That's not good. Build more power stations or increase your output.
Okay, constructing VCU center. Okay, okay. Now constructing VCU doing that right now. Research, I don't research. Okay.
The research center lets you improve your park in various exciting ways. New buildings, upgrades, and more await.
Okay. Building upgrades. Okay. You see you. What do I need? Okay, cool. Okay, building upgrades. Okay. So that will be in.
Ah, Dr. Dua. This is our new Director of Operations.
I'm aware, Cabot. I'm Dr. Dewar. I run the science division of our operation. Okay, you're going to need to build your reputation in the science division. Not easy with me around, but you'll manage. That means managing our dinosaur population and seeing that they are flourishing.
Okay. Okay, so that was good. Expedition map. Let's see what I have on the fossils. Okay. So I have so this thing requires power. Oh, this thing needs.
Right. This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy because frankly, it is. but we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
Okay, I like this one because you can run around. Okay, so I gotta open gate 1.
The ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
No problem.
Okay, you gotta tranquilize him.
Okay, we have our runner. Time to tag him and bag him. We're using less than lethal, but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So watch your back.
While I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it at a later time. Right now, we have our hands full.
You'll need to call in the offshore transport team to safely move this dinosaur back to its enclosure.
I don't even see the dinosaur. Hold on. Landscaping. This. Origins. Where is it? I don't see it, you guys. I should have followed him. Okay. Please. Add task. It's like he's disappeared. I guess we'll have to wait till he wakes up. Alright. No, I don't let you. See, center. Ah, here it is. Transporting. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys read this. Is he being picked up? Oh, I guess I have to wait.
Heading to pick up the asset.
Transporting asset.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you hungry or thirsty? Visit our new fast food restaurant.
I don't know why I can move the screen on the desktop. I guess okay, operation.
Asset transported.
And that's the job finished. True and square. Look, the thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
Anticipating storm contact.
This is
Accounting for conditions. Shot missed.
Should I shoot my own guys?
Storm is passing. Control.
Okay. Whoa. Why did I just map. Dinosaurs. And vehicles. Okay, dinosaurs. Okay. So I'm gonna go into the control room. Okay.
I'm Claire Deering, and I've been on these islands before. On Isla Nublar, I made some mistakes, and I've tried to set them right. I believe in what we're doing, and I believe in these dinosaurs. Responsible management of our animals is key, as is creating a safe environment for our visitors.
I've got something for you, if you're interested.
Okay. is the boring part of the game right here. Deciding on what you want to do, try to save money at the same time, though.
You can help with this, and you should.
Okay. What is that? Lesson fossils, buildings, ACU, power, and creation lab. Hash rate capacity, success rate. Okay, so that'll be 3 minutes.
Storm defense stations help protect your park's structure against storm damage. Useful, huh?
Okay, so you can pause that if you wanted to read it. We don't have unlimited time here. Okay, I'm gonna get another one of these. 170,000. Dang, that's expensive. Okay. Okay, so right now I'm gonna test something. Oh, that's a dart gun thing. Okay, add task. Oh, really long. I guess I can pause this then. I'm sorry. Release. Come on, release.
This dinosaur, the Edmontosaurus, was originally uncovered at a site in Canada. I'll let you guess where. The T-Rex thinks these are delicious, and who's to argue?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome Miss Ruthie O'Malley to the park.
Like us, different dinosaurs require different diets. Make sure to place the correct type of feeder in an enclosure. I'm a red meat man myself.
Okay. Okay, so that needs to be restocked. Add task.
En route to top up feeder.
vamos a andar. No cabe duda que eres ingrata, no cabe duda que eres infiel. Amas el oro, amas la plata y eres amiga del interés. ¿Qué hubo, mi chata? Óigame, venga para acá. ¿Qué hubo? ¿Vamos a mi barquilla? ¿Sí o no?
Ándale pues, vamos.
Ándale pues. Si quieres vamos a mi barquilla, si quieres vamos, te llevaré. Y cuando estemos en la otra orilla, con mis canciones te arrullaré. Ay, qué bonito es tener amores en estas tierras que Dios formó. Dame un abrazo, dame un besito para que viva contento yo. Ay, Teresita, pero qué lindo besa usted, caramba. Ah, Nini, otro, ¿eh?
Okay. Okay, so we don't have very much population. Okay. Okay, so right now we really don't have much to do, so I'm just gonna be quiet for a second. I'll be right back in just a minute. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, it doesn't look like anything that big happened. Almost just broke my headphones. Okay. I'm actually gonna do research. Do research. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I gotta work on accuracy for my AC here. Because accuracy is everything in this game. Hey look! We got some customers finally. Okay, let's just see how things are going. Oh, I can make a Triceratops. Perfect! 200. That's expensive. But it's worth it.
Let me tell you something that I myself have heard many times before. I don't know how you did it, just that you did. So thanks. I've got an interesting opportunity for you to consider. It It will allow us to work together to create life. Pure life. If you've been listening to Dr. Malcolm, then you know how important this is to us. And to me. I knew you were my kind of person. Inquisitive, driven, and I knew you couldn't resist this opportunity. So let's get started. Together, we can create a more authentic version of our dinosaurs. That means a complete genome. And I think you are up to the challenge. Don't disappoint.
Okay.
We are making great strides so far. I believe I may be on the cusp of something wondrous, and I have you to thank, at least in part, for where I find myself. Now we need to incubate, hatch, and house our dinosaur. Then we will know if our efforts will have been worth it.
Well, I am almost done with this. And this is going to upgrade my variety. Since I only have 2 types of dinosaurs, this third type will be an improved one. Okay. Amazing. Oh wow, there's some lifelike too. It looks so good too.
Our new specimens, dinosaurs, are meeting expectations. But we want them to thrive. That's your next assignment. Making sure our specimens are properly cared for. In other words, dinosaur welfare.
The difference with dinosaurs is that they have no point of reference to understand humans, so don't expect much in the way of thank yous.
I've been monitoring what you've been up to with great interest, and I'm a little disappointed that Dr. Dua came to you for this assignment instead of bringing me into the loop as she should have done. I'll discuss this with her later.
Triceratops. Okay. And research item from research center. Hookworm. Wait, why do we have to worry about hookworms? Rabies. Ooh. But that's probably expensive.
Don't incubate it until you get it up to see. You have to get the viability up to 70%.
Okay, so looks like we're down to our last 10 minutes and then we'll have to stop and eat.
You're gonna have to get the Triceratops up to 70% viability, and then incubate.
Okay.
At least you're making some money.
Yes, I am.
Hey, did your fossil search come back yet?
No, it didn't. I just sent it.
Okay, so that will give you some stuff you can sell, which means you can incubate the Triceratops. Right?
Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's make sure those buildings were damaged. Does anything need to be resupplied?
Let's not argue over the small stuff. Looking at the big picture, this is a solid contract.
Okay, well, we can't do that now. But you can accept it for now.
Okay, so this is a medium quality. Good.
You have to get it up to 70%.
I know, that's why I have 2 medium qualities. Oh, wait. Oops.
So that.
So that's good. Okay, so now I have these up for Q. Okay, view research. Okay, 67. I was checking that. It's the only check.
Check the residue.
Oh, it's only gonna be +1. Okay, so that's gonna be good. Okay, so we're up to 68. I am. That's my expedition helicopter going.
They can fly it through.
In this game, we don't have jets.
Are those the whole wars?
Yes. I have 2 Edmontosaurus, Triceratops, and 3 Struthonimus.
Did you put a feeder out for them?
Yes, there's a feeder right here. I should actually, the closest, what can I get? Oh. We did a good gallery. That would give me more money. Does that mean I can charge people to use that?
You have to build the Triceratops.
I know, I still have enough. I'm saving. I need 250,000, 263, and I'm gonna make more money after I.
How do you know when the expedition?
And it tells me. Okay, do I have anything? No, I don't. It take a while. Okay.
Oh, so that's
So you've got dinosaurs your guests want to get up close and personal with. The thing is, they can't. Construct facilities to increase visibility and keep visitors the right side of the safety glass.
Don't use the gyrospheres.
I know.
That's always bad news.
Yeah, actually, we can get the gyrospheres.
Let's build the Triceratops first.
Okay, I actually get more money if they have this.
Feeder supplies back to normal.
I'm Owen Grady, Owen to my friends. I've seen things I'd rather not talk about, but it hasn't dampened my commitment to the dinosaurs. The raptors more generally, and me and Blue specifically. We have a special relationship, like what I have with Claire. Less complicated. Anyway, nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh, you got a sick dinosaur on your hands. It's time to treat it. Or what comes next, that's gonna be on your hands as well.
You need to medicate that animal if you are to save it.
Yes. No, it's not $10,000.
Medication administered.
We are on the path to a pure strain dinosaur. This will definitely shift the paradigm. I can't ignore this accomplishment. With your help, obviously. That goes without saying. But under my direction. I think we make a good team. Let's do this again. I'll let you know when.
I've witnessed Dr. Dua flail and fail before. Now with you, she believes she is on her way. Does she really think she can accomplish what I have not?
You can get money just from taking pictures?
That's one to keep.
both over there.
I'm not sure what this is a picture of, and I'm not sure I want to know.
You've captured some outstanding images, enough to complete the contract.
There is a new job available, and I know just the person to do it.
So no, I can't make one yet. Wait. No, I can't make one yet. No!
Adverse weather anticipated.
Hear this, I say?
Warning on its way. Ready up.
This game opens
Storm conditions in effect.
job.
Okay, that's it.
Fresh meat there, just laying there.
Nope. Who is this one? Time until that guy comes out. Okay, I'm gonna save.
We gotta wait until we get that dinosaur before we end this
We've
stream.
gotta give this save a name. First, I'm gonna save in case anything goes wrong.
Okay. But I think releasing that
Um,
carnivore will be a good end to the stream. Talk about Jurassic Alice.
We're gonna change this over time. I want you guys to say in the chat or in the comment section if you're watching this on YouTube to say what we should name this park. I'm just gonna give it Park 1.
Parkour!
I'm just gonna give it Park 1. Parkour, parkour. Um, 34% and counting.
Hey, while we're waiting for that, can't you build a movie stand over there? Or
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that. Guests, enclosures. Oh, and also, after I build a viewing gallery, we're going to do enclosures and give it
live page.
live viewing. The only hard part is refilling these because carnivores are very aggressive. Hey, wait. Now I go to dinosaurs? No, the ghosts don't show. Okay, good. Z's contracted.
Helicopter ready?
No, it doesn't come out until I tell it to come out. Okay, first off, path. Okay, next. Right.
There's a bug problem.
I know.
Dinosaurs are sick.
Asset identified. Asset treated. Asset dealt with. Check your target.
He can't tranquilize. He can only vaccinate. So, it's ready. Okay,
Helicopter over there.
releasing dinosaur. Add task, add task.
Adding
Tranquilize.
task.
A carnivore, I see. This time, a Ceratosaurus. There are distinctive spines that run down its back, and a bladed horn on its head. Just what you don't want to run into when you're out there alone. Or in a group.
Transport teams. Transport you.
Asset collection request received.
Oh no, those last hours.
Oh, it's a different helicopter.
Yeah, that is a mobile helicopter.
Something's come up that could be interesting and profitable.
We've only scratched the surface of what's possible with the genetic origins of our planet. Today, prehistoric life forms. Tomorrow, who knows?
Asset transportation underway.
Okay. I don't know actually. I haven't seen it. Oh wait. Storm defense.
Asset has been transported.
Storms. There's a radius. It doesn't cover it. He's awake. He is roaming right now. Oh, he's feeding. No.
You didn't even chew him. One swallow. Oh, exactly the other go.
Save.
Good episode. So you got a whole bunch of dinosaurs into your park. You built a lot of buildings, so I think that was a successful stream.
Yes, I do too. We will see you guys next time in the next episode.